Hey guys, MasaeAnela here, and I want to welcome you to the very first episode of a project that I've been excited to do for a really long time. Back in January of 2010, I started a journey through a game that was very near and dear to my heart. I was still really reserved and shy, but I made my way through, and I was really proud of what I'd done. In fact, that was the very first time that I'd ever 100%ed a game in my entire life. And on top of that, I got it all recorded. That was a huge deal to me back then, and that's an accomplishment that'll stick with me forever. But time went on, and to be honest, my style has changed a lot since that series. And that was almost 8 years ago, wow. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but I'm a lot louder now. And a lot more energetic. And less moody. Maybe a little bit more derpy too. But the point is, a lot of people have prodded and asked me about whether or not I'd ever revisit it. And even though I wanted to, and I was really excited that I had the opportunity to make it happen, I was hesitant to tackle such a big project. After all, 3DS games tend to be a little difficult to put together for me. But now, I think it's time. Not only have I changed, but the game has changed as well since the N64 era. In this version, we have new graphics, new controls, some new quests, and new adventures. There's a lot to cover, and I can't wait to get started on revisiting some old memories with you guys, making some new ones along the way. So it's time to begin our journey in Termina. Let the festivities begin. Welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that had made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. You two fairies did great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh? This guy? Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey, Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see. You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it. Aw, but sis, why can't I try it out too? And so it begins. Even though we lost our ocarina and our horse, we thankfully still have our sword, which is actually pretty convenient right now because we can get a head start on rupees. And you can get quite a few of them too. We're already up to 13 after that first little patch of grass. And this brings us up to 20. Not a bad start at all. Head in here and we have our first tutorial. You may already know this, but here's a quick review of the basic controls. Blah, dee blah, dee blah. Okay, so basically it's telling you how to move and how to swing your sword, which we obviously already know how to do. It's pretty simple, nothing to really concern yourself with, but I guess it's good that it's there in case like someone needs to review or whatever, but and whatever. We're getting rich, and that's the important thing. So, all we want to do, we want to hop up here and do our fancy little flips all the way up to the top onto this mushroom, which is actually really cute. One thing that I can appreciate about this area is that it's really pretty. For starting area and how tense it's supposed to be, it really is just gorgeous. And that's all about to change. What's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. There's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Aw, boo-hoo, why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come now, do you really think you can beat me as I am now? Fool! Now that's a good look for you. You'll stay here looking that way forever. Sis! Whoa, Skull Kid, wait for me, I'm still here! Tail, you can't leave without me! You! If I wasn't dealing with you, I wouldn't have gotten separated from my brother. Why don't you just sit there, Deku boy? Do something! Why are you looking at me like that? What? Is there something stuck on my face? Will you stop staring and just open that door for me? Please, come on. A helpless little girl is asking you. So hurry up! Oh, Tail. I wonder if that child will be alright on his own. And you thought fairies are supposed to be all nice and sweet, right? Well, this one's got a little bit of a sour spot, to say the least. Anyway, we are a Deku now, and he's actually really cute like this. I love the Deku form. So we can spin and really not much else for now. We can head in here, and we have something new awaiting us, which is this Deku flower. Hey, wait for me! Don't leave me behind! So, that stuff back there. I, apologize. So take me with you. You want to know about that skull kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just so happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you, and I'll help you out. Deal? Please? Good. So then it's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that skull kid. My name's Tatl, so, it's nice to meet you, or whatever. Now that we've got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? If I figure something out and blah 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 blah. So basically, if she has a tip, she will tell you with the D-pad. Do that, hey, if I call you, press right away. I can tell you're not very used to your Deku Scrub body yet. Alright, listen up, if you press and hold A as Deku Scrub while standing on Deku Flower, you can dive into it. So we're about to see this in just like 2 seconds. No! No, don't do that. That's a mean trap. You are not a very nice fairy. Stop that. Alright, so dive into this Deku Flower, and just as she said, you can launch out of it and basically glide for a short time. I'm gonna just pop right on down here because I see money-making potential down here. Can I get? Yes, I got them all. So we're up to 45 rupees already, which is not bad for not even being out of the starting area. Alright, hop up. And you can direct yourself a little bit and try to make do with the direction that you're going in. It's kind of neat. You can't go very high for now, but it's a power, I guess. Sometimes it can be a little bit awkward to see beneath you, but if you're using a 3DS, a new 3DS, you can actually use the C stick, or C button as the case may be, or the second analog stick, whatever. You can use it to readjust your camera, and that comes in huge handy in gauging on whether or not you can make a jump / flight. So we can head over here, drop down on this, and this often screws me up. That does not look like you should be able to make it, but if you go for it, it's just barely short enough for you to like plant your little Deku feet on top of. Pop this open and we get ourselves our first item. You've got a Deku Nut. Press B while flying to drop a Deku Bomb. Upon impact, it makes a blinding flash, freezing enemies in their tracks. Do you know how to use items? It's pretty important. Tap blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. You can also tap and slide to assign an item, so do it whichever way you like best. Once you've assigned an item, press the corresponding button or tap the corresponding icon to use it. It's easy. So what she's talking about is right here. This is the bottom screen of the game. So we have a bunch of different tabs here. We have gear, we have masks, which comes in play later. We have map, which we have no map right now, but we're interested in the items. So we have a Deku Nut, makes a blinding flash that stops nearby enemies in their tracks. Drop it like a bomb when airborne. It's very, very useful, and we equip it by drag and dropping it like this. Now we can use it as a regular item, or, like she said, use it as pretty much a dive bomb tactic. I'm not terribly interested in it right now. It is a very good item and very useful for stunning enemies and whatnot. Oh, wait, I went the wrong way. Can I even make that? I'm not gonna risk that. Actually, no, you know what, I'm gonna go back this way. I don't trust my depth perception. But yes, we have a really good item straight off of the bat. It's very useful in stunning some pretty irritating enemies. I don't know how much I'm going to be using it per se. Maybe once in a while, but it's not something that I tend to focus on just because I don't really care for stunning things, to be honest. I prefer just going straight up and whacking away. Press L and talk to me. So this is Z targeting, or rather L targeting. Excuse me, I'm still stuck in the Nintendo 64 days. There you go. See, you can do it if you try. When I fly over people or objects, use L to look at them so you can interact with them. Use L targeting to talk to people even if they're far away. Okay, so come over to this tree and check it out. This looks like a jump that we should be able to make, but we really can't with our stubby little legs, so we're gonna fly right on over. Drop, and we have a spooky tree. It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of reminds me of this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. How sad. I don't know if I should be offended at that or just glad that she understands that I'm kind of in a crappy situation right now. That is a really sad looking tree though. So moving on, we have arrived at our new destination. And suddenly, we're inside of a building of sorts. There's running water, and it's really ominous feeling. And if we come up here, we can see that the exit is right nearby. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I found you. Now don't think me rude, but I have been following you. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get back my precious mask that the imp stole from me. What? Is it not a simple task? Why, to someone like you, it should by no means be a difficult task. Except, the one thing is, I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you are young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. Oh, and one more thing. Please be so kind as to direct your gaze over there for a moment. That strange stone over there. Do you see it? It's called the Sheikah Stone. When the world has weighed you down with worry, crawl inside and let it show you the way. If ever you find yourself lost on your grand adventure, seek the counsel of this wise old stone. It will surely help you on your noble quest. Well then, I'm counting on you. Wise Old Stone, huh? That sounds like a good deal to me. Let's see what Mr. Wise Old Stone has to say to us. Hi there! I'm a Sheikah Stone. Too soon, kid. Way too soon. Your journey's barely even started. Go on, get out of here. Scoot! Go have some big adventures. If you get stumped, come see me. I'll be happy to help. He doesn't sound all that wise and old to me. He sounds like pretty much a teenager. I don't know. That always struck me as odd that the Sheikah Stone is kind of played up to be a big, mysterious, wise stone, and then you talk to one and it's just like, no, get out of here. Scoot! Anyway, speaking of the Happy Mask Salesman, he has some interesting masks on him already. Gee, I wonder where I've seen that face before. Oh, well, hello, did you find that little imp? If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will turn you to normal. Alright. If you talk to him, he says time continues to pass even as we speak. Only 72 hours remain. He does tell you how many hours you have left, so now that we have that established, let's head out into the world. thing gives me the creeps. That mask salesman was the... Sorry, just thinking aloud. But 3 days? Even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. Well, don't just stand there. We're going to see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. I'm pretty sure the Great Fairy lives in a shrine somewhere here in town. Where? Well, somewhere. Don't press me for details. I don't come to this town very often. You could try talking to one of those kids who hang out around town. One of them might know where the shrine is. So, welcome to Clocktown. This is our home base of operations, and we're getting assaulted by a dog. Awesome. So, I already know where this fairy is, so we're gonna head in that direction without talking to the little brats. But first, we have an owl statue. With this owl statue, we can save our progress. It's pretty much a checkpoint of sorts, and you can talk to it at any time whenever you want to save. Right here, we have, essentially, a bank. Nowadays, even if people have money, they don't deposit any. Nothing. So for a limited time, I'll give you a special gift based on how much you deposit. For example, if you deposit 200 rupees, you'll get a primo wallet that holds a lot of rupees. So that sounds like a really good deal to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and deposit what we already have. Except maybe... Sure, I'll keep 20. Link, is it? God, I won't forget your deposits. Let me stamp you with my special ink. Hey, relax. It doesn't leave any marks, and it's not even gonna hurt. There, now I'll know you when I see you. Alright, little guy, now I've got a total of 20 rupees from you. Come back and deposit it after you save up a bunch. Awesome! And I actually have 25 rupees and not 20. Oh, well, that's close enough. So, our first destination is this area. It's a really quiet part of town and has a gigantic balloon. It is North Clocktown. Here we already have a couple of interesting places that we want to visit. This guy is one. My name is Tingle. I think I am the same as you, sir. A forest fairy. Alas, though I am already age 35. Kid, what are you doing? Kid, excuse me, that is rude. Maybe stop that, thank you. No fairy has come to me yet. My father tells me to grow up and act my age, but why? I tell you, Tingle is the very reincarnation of a fairy. Now while I stand here waiting for a fairy of my own, I sell maps to help out my father. Lucky, you're so lucky to have a fairy. I know, we should be friends. Yes, in exchange I will sell you a map for a cheap as a sign of my friendship. So, we can buy maps off of him, which is, I guess, kind of good that I kept 25 as opposed to 20, so that works out. We have Woodfall and we have Clocktown. Obviously, Woodfall is kind of expensive and kind of pointless to buy right now, so we're going to buy the Clocktown map. You got the map of Clocktown, and you can find your way around town. The red arrow on the map shows where you entered, and the yellow arrow shows your current location. Oh, Tingle nearly forgot. Good sir, do you know how to use my maps? Okay, whatever. Bloody bloody blah. Map screen, well, call again. Tingle, Kululimpa! These are the magic words that Tingle created himself. Don't steal them. Yeah, Tingle is a character. He's definitely a character, and he just hit me upside the head with his stupid pen, so I'm just gonna leave. So, maps. We do have a mini map now. Well, technically it's a map on the bottom screen, but if you tap on it, you can zoom in and it kind of follows you around like this. I don't really like this view. I much prefer to just show you a general overarching area shot. Hello, Tatl. What is it? Hey, aren't you going to the Great Fairy Shrine? If you don't know where it is, try asking one of the kids in town. Yes, Tatl. I know. Please stop. Alternatively, you can actually bring up the map like this and poke around this way. It's kind of a more detailed shot, and you can see the other areas that you're not even currently in. So that's something to keep in mind. A nice new way to look at the map, I guess. But now that we've actually gotten the map, I do want to make one last stop before we wrap up this episode. And that's here at the Fairies Fountain. And oh my god, she had babies! No, she didn't actually have babies. She is in a really tough spot. If we look at them, they kind of look like they have duck faces or something. I don't know, I always thought their lips looked a little bit weird. Please hear my plea, blah 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 blah. I have been broken and shattered by the masked skull kid. Please find the one stray fairy lost in town and bring her to this fairy's fountain. So there's one little duck-faced fairy floating around town somewhere, and we have to find it. But we're going to do that in the next episode. So I will see you guys then. MasaeAnela out.